Taylor Swift, the unparalleled force in modern music whose every move continues to captivate the world, has once again redefined the boundaries of her artistry and influence by announcing not one, but two groundbreaking projects that promise to immortalize the monumental chapter of her life known as the Eras Tour. At just 35 years old, Swift has already etched her name into the annals of entertainment history, and her latest revelation, shared live on the bustling set of Good Morning America, serves as a triumphant coda to one of the most extraordinary endeavors in pop culture. The projects in question, the end of an era docuseries and the full-length concert film The Eras Tour, the final show, are slated to stream exclusively on Disney Plus starting December 12, offering fans an unprecedented, intimate glimpse into the highs, the exhaustion, and the sheer magic that define this unparalleled spectacle. This announcement comes on the heels of Swift's 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, a collection that pulses with the reflective energy of someone who has just closed the book on an era of relentless creativity and global domination. Imagine the scene on that crisp Monday morning, the Good Morning America studio humming with anticipation, hosts exchanging knowing glances as Swift, radiant in her signature blend of effortless elegance and subtle sparkle, takes center stage. Her voice, steady yet laced with the quiet thrill of revelation, cuts through the air like the opening chords of one of her anthems. People like to talk about phenomenons, she begins in the teaser clip that accompanies her words, her tone a mix of wry amusement and profound introspection. Almost as if it was pieces falling into place. As if it just happened. But as anyone who followed the Eras Tour knows, nothing about it just happened. It was a meticulously orchestrated symphony of ambition, vulnerability, and unyielding passion. A tour that didn't merely perform records but shattered them, becoming the highest-grossing concert series of all time, surpassing the $2 billion mark in revenue and drawing over 4 million devotees from every corner of the globe. Swift's narration in the teaser delves deeper, painting a vivid picture of the collaborative grind behind the glamour. The Eras Tour wasn't when all the pieces fell into place. In this tour, it was just when every single one of us who had done so much work pushing inch by inch to where we all clicked together. It's a sentiment that resonates like a confessional lyric, acknowledging the army of dancers, crew members, musicians, and visionaries who transformed her discography into a living, breathing spectacle. Swift's statement, released alongside the announcement, carries the weight of someone who has lived 1,000 lives in a single tour. It was the end of an era and we knew it, she reflects, her words evoking the bittersweet finality of a chapter's close. We wanted to remember every moment leading up to the culmination of the most important and intense chapter of our lives, so we allowed filmmakers to capture this tour and all the stories woven throughout it as it wound down, and to film the final show in its entirety. This decision to document the journey wasn't born of mere vanity, it was an act of preservation, a way to bottle the lightning that struck repeatedly over 149 shows spanning 18 months. The Eras Tour, Swift's sixth headlining venture, kicked off on March 17, 2023 in Glendale, Arizona, a city temporarily rechristened Swift City in her honor, and culminated on December 8, 2024 in Vancouver, Canada, under a sky that seemed to hold its breath for the finale. What began as a bold reimagining of her career's eras, each segment a deep dive into the sonic and stylistic worlds of her 10 studio albums, evolved into a cultural juggernaut that transcended music, influencing fashion, social media trends, and even economic boosts in host cities. To fully grasp the Eras Tour's seismic impact, one must rewind to its chaotic inception. In November 2022, the mere announcement of tickets sent Ticketmaster servers into meltdown, a digital catastrophe that exposed the frailties of the ticketing industry and sparked congressional hearings. Fans, dubbed Swifties with a devotion bordering on religious fervor, camped out virtually for days, only to face pre-sale glitches and scalper bots that snatched up inventory faster than a folklore cabin could burn. Yet, from this ashes rose a phoenix of a tour, 3 hours of non-stop performance, 40 songs weaving through country twang, indie folk whispers, synth-pop euphoria, and chamber pop introspection. Each era was a meticulously curated universe, lovers' confetti cannons and butterfly motifs giving way to folklore and Evermore's mossy, woodland mysticism, then exploding into 1989's electric blue nostalgia and Reputation's serpentine edge. The production values were staggering, a stage that extended into the audience like a glittering arm, LED screens that swallowed the venue in immersive visuals and costume changes, over 15 per show, that rivaled a Broadway runway. Swift, ever the storyteller, infused personal Easter eggs throughout, from the tilted Tortured Poets Department set pieces nodding to her latest introspections to surprise acoustic mashups that left arenas in collective swoon. The tour's guest list read like a who's who of global elite, underscoring its gravitational pull. A-listers like Beyoncé, who attended multiple shows in a display of sisterly solidarity, rubbed shoulders with political figures such as the Kennedys, whose presence fueled whispers of cultural political crossovers. Royals, too, couldn't resist. Prince William, celebrating his birthday at Wembley, joined Swift on stage for a viral sing-along, while others like Emma Stone and Travis Kelce, Swift's real-life leading man, became fixtures in the friendship bracelet trading front rows. This celebrity osmosis amplified the tour's reach, turning it into a social event where attendees weren't just fans but participants in a shared mythology. Economically, the ripple effects were profound. Host cities reported hotel bookings up 50%, local businesses thriving on Swiftie pilgrimages, and even seismic activity detected from the collective jumps during Shake It Off. Swift herself emerged transformed, not just as the first billionaire primarily from music, with a net worth eclipsing $1.6 billion, but as the world's richest female musician. Her empire built on royalties, merchandising, those $40 tour tees flew off shelves, and the 2023 concert film that grossed $261 million worldwide. The teaser footage for the End of an Era docuseries offers tantalizing previews of the unvarnished reality behind the sequence. We see Swift in the quiet aftermath of a show, peeling off layers of makeup in her hotel suite, her eyes distant with the kind of bone-deep fatigue that only comes from giving everything. "I will not be able to get to sleep. I can't come down," she admits, her voice cracking with the raw honesty that has endeared her to millions. These moments humanize the icon, revealing the toll of a schedule that spanned continents, time zones and emotional landscapes.